95 days. It's been 95 days since I placed an order for these Oz Racing wheels. Now, it's normal to, when you place an order for something, it's going to take X amount, you confirm how long it's going to take, and then you pay your money, you get your goods when it comes in the time that the person said it's going to come. That's normally how things work. So for me, when I sell parts to customers, as in, say, for instance, CNC racing and things like that, I always tell my customer it's going to be 1 week to 3 years, because we just don't know. Certain parts might be out of stock, there might be delays due to COVID, materials, stuff like that. And then what I do is I grab their order, I'll email CNC Racing and go, hey, have you got these in stock? What's the ETA? What are you thinking? And then I let the client know. And then whatever, say, argument's sake, CNC tells me, I always add on another week or two on top. So I make sure that my clients have like the correct expectation of when stuff's going to come. The last thing I hate, because I hate when it happens to me, is when someone says 10 weeks and it's 20 weeks, or someone says 5 weeks and it's 10 weeks, blah, 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 blah. And that kind of is very, very, very frustrating, especially when you're trying to build something. So it sounds like a bit of a moan. It's not really a moan, it's just like reality. It can get very frustrating in the modding kind of world that I live in and that I sort of, work in as well. So with the Oz wheels, they actually told me 5 weeks, which is cool. All right, 5 weeks, not a drama. It'll be here express, a whole lot, 5 weeks. Well, about 7 weeks come past. And at the end of the day, 7 weeks, you're like, well, it's only 2 weeks more. Not a drama at all. I get it. A couple of weeks delayed, not an issue. But when we got the box, I was so excited and so happy. And then I opened it up, and that's when, pain, suffering, tears sort of came, because they sent me the wrong effing color wheels. Yeah, I know, the wrong effing wheel color. So when that kind of happens to someone that mods stuff all the time, you go through a kind of a process. So I'm going to show you now the process of what happens when you've waited so long for something and then it comes in its wrong color. So I'm just going to show you. So basically the first one's excitement. You're all happy, you get the box, oh my God, you're opening it up, it's excitement. Then the penny drops. Your heart drops, and you get filled with massive amounts of disappointment, tears, frustration, anxiety, which then leads to anger and abuse and just violence in general. And you never obviously direct any of that to the person that its fault is and things like that. It's just what you feel. You can't help it, you feel it. It's what you feel. So then after that happens, you kind of get over that a little bit. You make your phone calls like, WTF, like, honestly, I'm going to blow my effing brains out and I'm going to come for you just before I do. And then you go through this stage of, no, it's going to be okay. I think I can make these work. I think this will work. So you trial fit it up and you're like, yeah, it'll kind of look, if you look in the right angle and if you kind of squint your eyes and stand on one leg, it's okay. But it's not, it's not okay. So then the whole drama of anxiety sets in, because you're like, well, God, if these took 7 weeks, it's going to be another effing 7 more weeks on top of this. Like, what the F, man? Like, what is wrong with these people? Are people like on drugs? Like, we send them an email. It's in writing. Please send me order for gold. No, didn't happen. People make mistakes. I get it. But you can't make mistakes when it's like life and death. Gold, silver, that's a massive difference. It's like the Olympics at the moment. Would you rather win a gold medal or a silver medal? Sure, you'd rather a gold medal. Anyway, so then it goes forward. You don't even like return the wheels that you've got for a credit. You just go, you know what, I'll keep these and I'll just sell them to one of my customers, which is what we did within 45 minutes. They got shipped off to Matt in Queensland, and another lucky owner's got the silver set on his Streetfighter, and it suits his build. It looks awesome. They were really happy with it, and it's great. I've managed to help somebody else, which is just awesome. But you know, always that song, What About Me, sort of rolls in your head. What about me? Like, where's my effing wheels? I want my gold wheels. So then weeks and weeks and weeks go by. Then you get the call, oh, they're here, just pay the rest of the deposit, bang, they've got their money, credit card, bang, you got your money, all sorted. Okay, they'll be here next week. Awesome, no worries. A week goes by. The emailing, the SMSs, hey, any chance of getting a tracking number? Mate, just you can't get a tracking number. For some reason, they won't give you a tracking number. Like, give me an effing tracking. And I'm dealing with guys in Australia. And yeah, just couldn't get a tracking number. Then finally I get a message saying, hey, you're going to be really happy today. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm going to be happy today. Like, you know, nah, you'll be excited. You'll be, yeah, whatever. Anyway, that day comes, nothing comes. Nothing comes again. And I'm just like, oh my God, I swear I'm going to hop on a plane. I don't care if you're in lockdown. I'm going to fly over there and I'm going to murder you with my bare two hands. I just want my effing wheels. They're holding up so much stuff to get the bike done. So anyway, finally they say, no, it's on a plane. It actually went, so we're in Perth. These landed in Sydney. They actually went by mistake, you know, because people do it all the time. They do it all the time. They go to Tasmania just by mistake, you know, like, you know, because we're like a massive island. Tasmania is like this other little tiny island. And, you know, we just, hey, let's just go to Tasmania. Let's take a wrong turn. Well, you can't. You got to get on a boat to go across. Anyway, wheels ended up going to Tasmania. So then from Tasmania, apparently they got a direct shipping to me here in Perth. Now, they came today and I'm kind of like, I don't know if it's real. I keep pinching myself and I keep sort of like is that real? Is it actually there? Am I dreaming? I'm going to wake up and go, oh, day 96. So like in 95 days, I don't even know. There's so many things that can happen. Like a badger probably can have a baby and give birth in 95 days or something. You know, it's like, man, it's like over 3 months. And I get it, stuff takes time. But not when you see was produced, where is it? It's got produced in February 20. So it was produced last February. So yeah, so they've had like a good year and a bit to get them to me, but that's all right. At the end of the day, it's not their fault. They're not as, you know, smart and switched on as the rest of us, and they are really, really good. They paid so much extra to get them shipped across to me. John's the guy over there in Sydney. He's a Greek man, and apparently the Greeks showed the Italians how to have sex or something. He sent me a joke. It's weird. I was a bit sort of taken back from it, you know, especially with a Greek talking about sex, like, wow. But anyway, it's all good. We've got them. So Oz Racing, I don't even know what model they are. My brain's fried from the stress and anxiety and sort of depression I've had on these wheels, but they look, I think, absolutely gorgeous. They're going to suit the 916 sort of look. I then had to go and spend more money because it's going to look weird, especially with the front wheel, having the black stock disc in front of it. And looking at the 916 picture and stuff, they went sort of, you know, the actual carrier was gold. So we had to go get, these are the Super Sport, I think they're Super Sport Auto or whatever discs. They're like a semi-floating disc, which is going to be even better for braking capabilities. But the main reason I got them for, I don't care about all that stuff, as you know, whatever, is gold instead of black. So that will fit on there, and I've got titanium bolts to go on. And look at that, that's just gorgeous. It's going to look nice with a black tire on it. And yeah, and then the calipers and from also a bit of feedback from our client over in Queensland that fitted the silver set, reckons it made a massive difference, even off the Marchesini wheels that come stock with the V4S. They're still lighter again than the V4S. So we're thinking we might start actually stocking some of these. So we're going to order them now, and maybe next year we'll get them. And we'll have maybe a couple of color combos, have the silver, because the silver does look nice. It just doesn't suit what I was trying to do. And I've gone too many other colors to make the silver work. But say on like a black Streetfighter, I reckon it would look really sick. But yeah, we're looking at maybe stocking some of these just so people don't have to wait as long. And we've also got it here for them to look and see and feel and sort of get an idea. So, all right. The next part, so what I'm going to do with these now is I'm going to quickly glass coat these, decon them, wipe them, glass coat them, send them across next door to Course. They're going to fit some SP tires to it. I'm not going to take the stock tires off because they're like a what are they? They're Rosso 3 or something, which is a great tire, but you don't go and buy Oz Racing wheels and then go take the tires off and put them on there. We'll put SPs on. I'm also going to be using, let me just see if I can find it for you. It's in my little drawer here. One thing that I do, here they are, I think. Yep, here they are. Is I don't like wheel weights. Wheel weights are ugly and they detract away from the wheel, and I'm yet to see a wheel weight that looks attractive and is awesome and I'm happy to have. So what I do is I use little beads. So it's a little bag and you throw the bag in the tire, in the tire, then it goes on, and then as the wheel goes around the first couple of times, this bag explodes and the beads go to the point that it needs to, and it magically weights the tire. Now I've used them in a lot of my bikes, probably for the last 4 or 5 years. I've never had any vibrational issues, well over 200 k's an hour, no issues. The other thing I have been told is that if you use a good quality tire like a Pirelli, they're very well balanced from the get-go. So it's not, sometimes you don't even need a wheel weight, but it's good to have these. So I'm going to give these to the guys next door. They'll throw them in, fit the tires up. And then the very last sort of dilemma that I've got with this whole wheel saga is sort of what nut combo do I go? Red and black, or do I go, bit of gold and red or gold and black, for the center nut? It's going to be really, really difficult to work out. So that's what's in store for these boys. And then I cannot wait to actually get them on the bike, because I think that's going to really make the project start to really, sort of pop. So that's the story of the Oz Racing wheels that I ordered 95 days ago. All right, let's get on to getting these coated and fitted up. Okay, it's 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Couldn't sleep. Very, very, very excited. Tires have been fitted to the Oz Racing wheels, and I've also put the Brembo semi-floating. Make a bit of a noise. I'm a bit worried they might sort of fall off. Is that normal? It is. It's semi-floating. Also fitted titanium bolts, and didn't do it because it's titanium, it's cool. It's so much quicker to get these bolts than to get the OEM ones that go crap anyway, and I just want to be able to take the wheels off the Streetfighter as one piece, so disc, tire, the whole lot, so it's just a straight swap. So there's no having to mess around and having sort of loose discs everywhere. So that's what we did it for. So but look, it's just so beautiful. Oh, so happy. Oh, I love you so much. Okay, so before I fit them, I thought, might just check something out, because I had feedback from the client in Queensland who got the silver set, and he reckons it made such a massive difference in the bike turning, power, braking, the whole lot, because they were so much lighter. And I was like, well, yeah, kind of, but they're a forged wheel, the same on the V4S as the stock, Marcazzini forged wheels, so there can't be that much of a difference. So I've got my scales here, so we'll weigh complete, so the whole tire and wheel for both the rear and the front, and see if there's any difference at all, or if it's just all in his head. So yeah, let's have a look. All right, so I'm gonna weigh the Marcazzini forged wheel off the V4S stock. So again, this is not 100% accurate in what I'm doing, but it gives us a good idea. So all right, so I'm just gonna hold it there, and this will tell me. So 11.1 kilos, tire and everything. So that's the rear wheel. Now let me just put this down without breaking my neck. Okay, so now we got, the gorgeous, gorgeous Oz Racing wheel with the SP tire. Now there could be also a weight difference in tires. So let's see what this one comes up with. So 11 kilos, so 100 grams, is that all? That's retarded. Wow, I saved 100 grams. All right, cool. $10.7. 10.7. That's weird. So obviously it's my measuring, or the weight that I'm using is not 100% accurate. So, all right, they're both equally the same, apparently. But yeah, it'd be good to actually weigh them properly. But I reckon maybe the discs are a lot more heavier. Who knows? Anyway, it's the same. Well, the wheels are all bolted up. They're just all hand tightened because we need to fit the carbon CNC racing brake ducts on the front. We've also got caps and bolts and nuts and things to fit. Also the rear wheel nut, I've got about 36 different color combinations to go. So I want to sort of get the right one. So far I've gone with the gold outer ring to sort of mimic the gold of the wheel, and then just a black nut. I didn't want to go black because I want to show that it's a two-piece design. The initial thoughts, going to be honest with you, I'm not sort of like blown away. I'm not like, whoa, it looks amazing. But in saying that, I kind of remember, hang on, it's got all its side fairings missing. It's not quite giving me the full, effect. So I'm going to bolt all that side stuff on. We had to remove all that when I did the brake lines. And there's still a lot more things to go on for it to be fully finished, obviously. But yeah, I'm sort of a little bit now sort of anxious to see how it's going to look once I bolt all the other side stuff on. So let's go and do that. And then towards the episode, I'll do a bit of a walk around so we can see how the bike looks at the moment. Okay, let's get on with that. Well, that's all we got time for today. Thank you so much for watching. It's been real. All right, I'm joking. I know there's been lots of talking and not much action. So we're going to show you the bike now when it's all fitted up type thing. It's still a load more parts to go on. Let me just swap this thing around so we can go for a bit of a look-see. All right, so here she sits, the Streetfighter V4S project. Oz wheels are on. Still, obviously a lot more to be put onto it. Really liking the front discs and brakes and the wheels. Now, funnily enough, for those interested, my friend still hasn't got back to me, so he hasn't obviously seen the video. So I think there should be a time limit to so I can be able to just keep them and not give him anything. Back wheel looks amazing. It's really sort of starting to take shape. What I actually do really like as well is the tail section that was painted by Simon at Motorcycle Panel and Paint. It's sort of really giving me that 916-esque sort of feel about it. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think, if you think it's sort of starting to take shape or if it's a bit of an abortion and I've kind of ruined a perfectly decent bike. Yeah, so next week I'm looking at getting hopefully the seat done from Lorenzo. I need to get the brakes bled up so it's got brakes because it needs to go and get that exhaust done. I'm sick of seeing the two pea shooter little tips coming out the bottom muffler. So we've got to get that sorted. I'm hoping, let me turn around. I'm hoping probably 3-4 weeks it should be ready to rock, and then we can start to do the testing. So we can start trying the different up maps on the dyno. We can start riding it, seeing what's working, what's not working. There's always going to be little niggles, so I've got to get all those bits and pieces sorted, and you only truly know that when you actually start riding the bike. So I'm thinking about 3-4 weeks. For those that are new, please, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, the whole lot. For those that constantly watch every video and comment, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you next week with the next update to this project build. All right, guys, take care. See ya.